All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachaha Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing His truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And this is major news right here, breaking news. Of course, before I play any videos, I would like to say fair use. This was uploaded yesterday, but I couldn't do a video on it as soon as I caught wind of it because I was at work at the moment. So at the earliest convenience, I was able to do a response to this. Okay. And well, as you see right there, yesterday news came out of a assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Okay. Now, as Apostle Tahard coined, this is the year 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, and we're hoping this to be Jacob's trouble, the year of Jacob's trouble, because we know that during Jacob's trouble, Yahweh Shai is going to make his grand return. Now, this assassination attempt, can lead to chaos. It can lead to civil war, between Trump supporters and non-Trump supporters. Okay. And we know that civil war is in fact prophesied in the Holy Bible. Okay. So they said that was, they say that one shooter attempt or one shooter was killed, and when you watch these different videos on Donald Trump, you'll be surprised at how many people actually hate Donald Trump, okay? Now, before I play this video, I wanted to draw your attention to this because we cannot forget about the fact that there is a card game that the Illuminati play. And the name of the card game is called the Illuminati card game, okay? And basically, they will play particular cards in order to, play or predict what will be the next major outcome of America. Okay. 9/11 was actually on a Illuminati card game, as you see right here. This is called Terrorist Nuke. Okay. And what do you see here? You see Twin Towers, right? And where do you see the explosion at? You see the explosion. You see the explosion that is on the top of the towers, okay? Which is what they've showed in the video, okay? They showed two explosions, which started at the very top of the towers. And then what happens next? The buildings come crumbling down in a demolition fashion. So you see, they will play particular cards, to predict the outcome of particular events. Okay. Okay, you got Pentagon right there. We can't forget about the fact that the Pentagon was also attacked. Okay. and then let me see, New World Order, World War III. Okay. New World Order, World War III. And we know how World War III is going to begin. You see, and the so-called elites, they want a World War III. Okay? Because the so-called elites who call themselves Rothschilds and Rockefellers, the wicked, who have ruled over the whole face of the earth, according to Job 9, verse 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And according to Proverbs 29 and 2, when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn, okay? The wicked are the Edomites. That's Malachi 1 and 4, which will tell you that, okay? Esau is Edom when you read Genesis 36 and 1. Okay, so you see, they have these particular card games to predict the next major outcome, okay? So when we come over here, what do we see? We see a Illuminati card that looks exactly like Donald Trump. And the name of this card is called Enough is Enough. Now, the text is not really all that clear, but I can make out some of it. But in the text at the below the picture of this card, it says, at any time or any place, our snipers can drop you. Have a nice day. You see? So, and I've been saying this for a long time, They could very well be trying to stage or fake a assassination attempt, okay, to stir up civil war and chaos here in America.
Or something.
Yeah, we're months away from the election right now. There will be more rallies. There will be more events, maybe not right away, but there will be. How does this change everything for how the Secret Service makes sure both President Trump and President Biden are protected?
So it won't change much, actually. It's unfortunately a wake-up call. Often in failures like this, you double down on what...
And do you think it's a coincidence that the gunner who tried to take out Donald Trump was a sniper, as the Illuminati card suggests?
On what you've been doing, they will do it after action. They'll try to look at their procedures. Obviously, they're going to change things like, a building that had a line of sight 150 yards away. That never should have happened. And it will say the rifle, if it's confirmed, he's carrying an AR-15 style rifle. The range for that is to hit a man-sized target is 500 yards. For even a basically trained individual to carry out a shot from 150 yards is not difficult. And the round itself is traveling about 3,100 feet per second.
And let me just say this. Okay. You don't have to have a sniper rifle in order to be a sniper. You could be a sniper using a assault rifle. Okay. A sniper is simply a marksman that is capable of taking out a far distance target from far away. That's what a sniper is. You don't have to have a sniper rifle to be a sniper.
So by the time he shoots, people aren't hearing that until the bullet's already passed President Trump and the other victims, unfortunately, in the crowd. The Secret Service will look at everything they're doing. They'll bring in additional resources from federal and state agencies, and they'll start looking at the protective intelligence more closely. They have an excellent protective intelligence division that tries to identify any high-threat individual before they go to a location. So Are there people who are looking to travel from outside of the area to come to this event? Are there people who are of concern inside? And they work closely with the FBI, our Joint Terrorism Task Force, to try to identify those people for everywhere they go.
Christopher O'Leary, great to have you with us this morning. Thank you. Stay with us now. Much more of our special coverage right here on NBC News Now and MSNBC after this short break.
So you can see where this country is headed. We got presidential elections coming up. Okay. I mean, look at Donald Trump. He looks like a hot mess. Okay. I'm going to play several of these videos.
And the person who was killed up on the rafters behind Donald Trump just spoke to the local DA here, who says he believes the man who was killed was in fact a man. Still trying to get more information about those who were critically wounded. There were also, John, so many people with nickel and dime injuries, getting knocked to the ground, bumps on the head, twisted ankles, in a crowd that was shoulder to shoulder, jam-packed from the beginning of the day until they were escorted out soon after the shooting.
Scott McFarland, thank you very much, Scott. Earlier, Scott spoke about the investigation with Butler County District Attorney Richard Goldinger.
So the latest I have is we have the one spectator deceased, unfortunately. We have two other spectators who are seriously injured. I don't have an update on their condition. And obviously the shooter is dead also.
Do we know gender or any information about those who were hit?
It is my understanding that there is one female that is injured. I do not know the gender of the second individual, and the deceased spectator is a male.
You know the event space well. When you heard they were going to have a Trump rally at that space, did you think to yourself, boy, there's some vulnerabilities here that I hope they account for?
I really didn't. I mean, when I heard it, I was a little surprised that they were going to hold it there. We have other areas in the county that they could have done it, but...
Why'd surprise you?
Number one, the roads in and out. There are 2-lane roads in and out. So getting in and out of it, I remember how it was when he came to the airport in 2020. It was a nightmare getting in and out. Now you only have 2-lane roads getting in and out of this venue, and I thought that's going to be a real pain for them. The other thing was, there were bigger areas to go because Butler County is they're Trump supporters, honestly. And the amount of people that would have been there, they could have probably accommodated them somewhere else. But I didn't really have an issue with it otherwise. It's a nice venue.
You've likely been briefed on how your local emergency responders responded, how everybody else here reacted. What have you heard about what went into?
Jeremiah 51:6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Now, is that talking about you got to get on a U.S. airliner and take a plane to a different country? No. Okay. Now, you could do that, but that does not mean that you're going to escape the curses. Because if you're an Israelite, which will be a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indian, you're not going to just escape. You're not going to just escape the curses. We're not going to be freed from the curses until Yahushua returns and liberates us from these wicked bodies. Okay? Because this flesh that we're in is wicked. Okay, so when it says flee out of the midst of Babylon, that means come up from out of the wicked ways of this society. Come up out of the ways of Babylon, because the ways of Babylon will destroy you, because Babylon teaches you that it's okay to smoke, it's okay to commit adultery, They tell you that you can eat whatever you want to eat. You know, live your life how you want to live it. And that's not how the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, intended for us to live on this planet. Okay, we were given a set of laws, statutes, and commandments that we ought to abide by. Okay. Now, unfortunately, Baruch 3:8, we are yet this day in our captivity. Okay. Because we are yet this day in our captivity, you know, we're unable to keep all of the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. And furthermore, we're not going to be saved on keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay. Now, we keep the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability to show our faith, obedience, and fear towards Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay. So, you know, when it says flee out of the midst of Babylon, that means come up out of the wicked ways of this country. Because like it tells you in Micah 2:10, this place is polluted and it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. Okay, so arise ye and depart. Okay, verse 7, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. Made all the earth drunken through what? Through its philosophies, through its wicked way of living, through its democracy. Okay, that's how this country has made all of the earth drunken. Okay. It says the nations have drunken of her wine, that democracy, that doest thou wilt spirit. Therefore, the nations are mad. The nations are mad, meaning what? They have lost their mind. Okay. Because I mean, you gotta be out of your mind to basically put the woman in authority above the man. You got to be out of your mind to eat pork, shrimp, lobster, crab, oysters. You know, things in the sea, creatures in the sea that do not have fins or scales. You got to be mad to allow women to have rights and authority, especially over the man. You know, you got to be mad to have, moles walking around. You know, you got to be mad to allow transformers to walk around freely. Okay, so the nations are mad because they have taken on the philosophies of Babylon. Okay, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. Okay, if so be, she may be healed. Okay, and there is just simply no reparations for this country. Okay, this country has been ruling in rulership for, Lord knows how long, 400 plus years, almost 500 years. Okay. Okay. So, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. And the first step to healing a country is what? Well, you would start by repairing its economy. Okay? You would start by repairing this economy. You would start by repairing its economy. You would start by, putting more jobs out there and, such and such. You would work on the Dow Jones. You would hearken, to the people. But you see, this country is not healed, The financial system, the economy, everything about this country is constantly on the decline. And that's beautiful. Because that means we're one step closer, to witnessing Yahweh's glorious return. Because ultimately, if you're in your right mind, you will want this country known as Babylon in the Holy Scriptures, which the world calls America today. You will want this country to go down, because this is our captivity. Okay? Because the sooner Yahweh returns, the sooner the kingdom of heaven can be established. You see, so we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. So there is no, bouncing back. There is no, coming back for this country. Once this country goes down, that's pretty much it. Okay, so, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let everyone go into his own country. For what? For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Okay. Okay, so we're living in a time of America being judged. And then you look at you look at what's happening to your ex-president here. And it should tell you where people's minds are at. People are not okay with how this country is being managed. But again, when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. Okay, that's Proverbs 29:2. Because a lot of people starting to wake up to the fact that, they're waking up to the bullshit of how this country is being managed. And, like it tells you in Matthew, the love of many is waxing cold. Let's go to Matthew real quick. 24. Okay. Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay. When Donald Trump was first seen running for president, the majority of the country was for him, except the elect, of course, and maybe a few insiders or people who are in the knowing. Okay. Okay, but I mean, how did it get to this? People hating Donald Trump to the point of a attempted assassination. Now, could this also be staged? Could this have been a setup to get civil war started here in America? Possibly. I wouldn't put it past me. We're talking about the devil here. And a matter of fact, let's go to 2 Corinthians. Okay. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant to the devices of these Edomites. Okay. We're not ignorant to Satan's devices. Okay, so we can't ignore the fact that there is a Illuminati card game out there with Donald Trump's face on it, which is basically them stating like, look, our snipers could drop you at any moment. We can't be oblivious or ignorant to that fact as well. And we know that the so-called elites, we know that they have a NWO agenda. And a part of their New World Order agenda is to stir up chaos, to get people here in America to fight against one another, so they can come with a solution. And that solution is ultimately going to be, it's going to be ultimately a solution to further take away people's rights, which they think they have. Okay. It's going to be a solution to further oppress people, especially the Israelites, which are the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indians. So nothing good is going to come of this New World Order agenda. Point blank, period. We're living in exciting times. Where Lord's will, if we're ever the elect, we're going to witness the downfall of our enemies. And a matter of fact, I'm sorry, let's do this. Okay. Let's do this. I'm going to type this in. See, and he that see, come on, the fall of his enemy, Sirach. Excuse me. Okay. Splendid. No, it's Sirach 25. But bear with me for one moment, because Okay. Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart. Now, the word heart goes back to the Hebrew word lab, which is talking about your mind. Okay. It says, in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. So another reason why we're hoping to be of the elect is to see the fall of our enemy. And our main enemy is who? These Edomites. Okay? The Edomites, which will be the self-proclaimed white man, which really starts with the so-called elites, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, okay? Because the average six-pack Joe Edomite, he don't know what's going on, you know? He don't even understand why he hates Israelites so much, you know? Okay? I mean, he don't even know why he hates Israelites, you know? So, I mean, the average six-pack Joe Edomite, he don't know what's going on. It's the so-called elites that knows what's going on because they have these biblical scholars study the Bible. You see, the so-called elites, they know who we are. They know that we are Israelites. You know? You know? And really, the New World Order is all about the so-called elites trying to get their birthright back. Let's do this. And basically, they'll do anything to achieve that, even if it means assassinating people's most favorite president. So I'm gonna play a little bit more of this video. And then
Okay, so let's just start at the beginning.
Well, let me start with this. What is at stake here?
What is the answer then?
Do you know why? You want me to just keep going?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Were there death threats?
How is this possible?
What's wrong with that argument?
Are you saying they lied?
Have you told the government that? Why won't you say the word crisis?
You're not answering my question.
Is that scary?
Does that make sense?
What does that mean in
Any of that?
Salakia, man, I'm not about to play that trash. Shots fired at Trump rally. Excuse me.
And that comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's sad, take a look at what happened. Oh.
former President Trump was speaking on the stage, there has been some kind of disturbance that clearly sets law enforcement and Secret Service into motion, immediately jumping around the former president in a protective mode. The crowd has been screaming. They are standing by. You can hear some voices there saying, "Are we ready to go? Are we ready to go?" We are looking at President Trump. This does not look good. I'm going to be honest with you. From what we can see right here, it looks like they are attempting to move him out, that he may have been injured. He is holding up his arm. He is pumping his fist, but clearly Secret Service wants to get him out of this situation.
Shots fired, and you got people just sitting there in the crowd like zombies. It show you, man, this country is through. Man, but yeah, man. Yeah, bleeding from the ears and everything, you know. You can kind of see it right there, you know. He's got blood on the side of his face. You know. So, I mean, as time passes on, as time progresses, we're gonna learn more about this situation. You know, Lord's will, I continue to keep your brothers updated on this exciting times we're living in. Okay, but with that, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And double honors to our apostles and elders. Shalom to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. With that, I'm going to say shalom. Is on to the next one.